This is the weekly recap from April 21st to the 25th. We're going to start with home sales that had some mixed messages. While existing home sales had their biggest drop since 2022, dropping by almost 6% month over month and 2.5% year over year, new home sales were actually up by 7.5%. Next week's Case-Shiller Index will likely report pretty flat home price appreciation. And for all my buyers out there, more good news, inventory is on the rise, with home price appreciation really leveling off and this silver glacier of baby boomers leaving the market. Keep an eye on interest rates as they have been very fluctual in anticipation of the tariffs and in case any other countries start selling them off. I really feel like none of this should be a surprise considering prices spiked by 50% over just the past 3 years. Clearly unsustainable, and people have been complaining about home prices for long enough to realize that it was going to catch up. This new generation of home buyers have really been turned off, especially considering the average age of a homeowner continues to increase. Next up, we got leading economic indicators. In case you aren't aware, this is supposed to give us peaks and troughs in the real estate cycle, but keep in mind this is also predictive by 7 months, so we're really talking about September, October here. The index of economic components decreased by 0.7%, which is not much, but it is the 7th month and it has decreased. Don't worry, we are not at recession levels, but they did predict sizable economic pain to pressure the Fed. Talking about the Fed, let's discuss their Beige book. Basically, economic activity has little changed and there's a lot of uncertainty. Uncertainty right next to AI is the biggest buzzword right now. There has been an interesting rush to materialistic goods, again in anticipation of these tariffs. In summary, tariffs and uncertainty. Remember that a lot of this is anecdotal from different parts of the region, so this could certainly change. Let's talk about initial jobless claims. This did increase slightly, tends to hover around that 220,000 mark on a per week basis. What was most interesting is that on a seasonally adjusted basis, experts actually predicted that it would decrease by 8%, but no, apparently not. What does that tell us about the people who are collecting the data and the data itself? The largest initial jobless claims were in Missouri, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Connecticut. Let's talk about the last and I think most important consumer sentiment report. This has been decreasing over the past 4 months, in fact 30% since just December. Amid trade war worries, inflation risks, China retaliation, and interest rate fluctuations. More consumers now are also anticipating unemployment in the coming year. The most worrisome part of inflation is that it is a self-fulfilling prophecy. People expect inflation in the future, so they stock up on materials now, which then accelerates inflation. But the real killer here is stagflation, and we'll talk about that next week. My name is Jay Rios. Thank you for watching.